When you reach over the age of 45, it's not time to shy away from your relationship, from growing, from exploring, from going on adventures. And if you're married or you're in a long-term relationship, this is absolutely the time to start to sexually explore. So I'm going to talk to you about this, why after you turn 45 or after age 45, it's really the time to start to open up and learn about your sexual body and connect with your partner in a very different kind of sexually exploratory way. It was in my early 40s that I started to open up sexually, that I started to sort of look at my life and wonder, is there more to this in this relationship in a sexual manner than we have right now? Is there more to explore? Is there some other direction that we can go? Is there some way that we can really go into something deeper here? And I learned a lot when I connected with a sex coach at that time, who was talking a lot about her own explorations and how it had changed her life, opened up her body, created a deeper connection with her partner. She was talking about G-spots and going to all sorts of parties and connecting with her partner in a very tantric way. And I thought, wow, like this door is available. I can open up this door too, me and my partner. And we'd already sort of been talking about the possibility of doing something different. But we hadn't really gone into deeply exposing our desires that were starting to bubble up after being married for 12, 13 years. So I think this is absolutely the best time in one's life. I know people who are younger love to explore and are exploring more, but if you haven't, or even if you have when you were younger, and you've been married and you have kids and your kids are growing up and you've been together for a long time, this is the next phase. This is the next opportunity to really dive in together and explore something completely new and different. I work with couples and singles all over the world, and I have met so many couples that are taking another leap of faith in their relationship and trying some very new types of exploratory, experimental kinds of things together, and they're learning so much about each other. They're so happy in their bodies, and with this new dynamic that they've created together, that it blows their mind. Really, it blows their mind. So I think it's an absolute best time to get started. Now, if you're over 45, you're 50, you're 60, 65, that's okay too. You know, it's just that period of time after our kids have grown up, that maybe we're even on our second relationship, maybe we're on our first relationship still, and we need something new, we need something different, and we're also feeling deeper within our bodies that something needs to change. I need to feel something else. I have this imagination, I have these desires that are within me and that want to come out. So how do I either talk about them, just allow myself to have a conversation with my partner, or actually play some of this stuff out with my partner? That's the ideal. And why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? Is what I say. This is the adult playground. You know, we play in the children's playground when we're a kid. We play in the teenager playground when we're in a teenager. Then we get into the family dynamic playground, and we have kids and a home and pets, and that's sort of the family dynamic playground. But then we have the opportunity, when our kids are old enough, becoming more independent, or when we have that opportunity to get some time separate from them, then we can go into the adult playground. Now, I'm doing a lot of research right now because I want to find out really the nitty-gritty about what's going on in relationships and long-term relationships. And I'm talking to men right now. So if you could potentially help me out in this interview process, please sign up in the description below, the first link in the description below. Sign up for an interview with me, and let's have a chat about what's going on for you in your long-term relationship. Thanks. Now, you're in this long-term relationship, and I'm saying you have to go sexually explore. So what do you do? How do you start with this? You are likely already beginning in the imagination world, in the imaginatory world. Maybe you're online looking at what's out there, what are people doing, What other kind of things is Liana saying is available out there? Watching my videos, watching other videos. And your imagination is starting to run, it's starting to bubble up, and maybe it's been in there for a long time. Maybe it's starting to surface even more now. But it's inside of you, right? It's inside of you. And so now it's time to release it, to start talking about it. You could start first by writing. Just write out some stuff to sort of get it on paper, to get your ideas, get your feelings out on paper in a journal kind of style. The next, if you don't want to do that, or if you've already gone that route, is to start to talk about it with your partner. And this, I know, is the difficult part, because once you release it, then all sorts of things are going to start to occur. Your partner is going to feel certain things. You can have deeper discussions with your partner about what is actually going on within you. And then the possibility of actually playing some of these things out becomes more realistic. You and your partner can work this out together. I know this is also one of the hardest parts for most people, revealing their deeper inner desires. But when you hold back these desires in your being, when you don't reveal these deeper desires that you're feeling, you're holding back a big emotional, intimate connection that you could potentially be having with your partner. So ultimately, everything you have not said, it is time to say now. So you can check out my video about how to talk to your partner about some intimate, taboo, more deeper level kind of conversation, and how to set that up and how to get organized with that. But this is the step that one needs to take when you're going to start to sexually explore. So you're going to start to talk to your partner, and you're going to reveal some deeper level emotions that are going on. And I would highly suggest that before you start talking to your partner is that you say that, listen, this is just a conversation. Let's just have a conversation. Nothing's happened. It's been stuff I've been thinking about, feeling about, and I really want to express it to you because I love you so much and you're so important to me, and it's so important that we keep growing in our relationship. Now, I know there are all sorts of reasons why we don't actually start to do this. And let me tell you, time starts to tick by. If you are 45, in your 40s, and you haven't done anything yet, it's time. If you're in your 50s and you haven't done anything yet, it's time. If you're 60s, it's time. If you're 70s, it's still time. I hear this excuse all the time. Well, there's no time. There's no time. I don't have time. I don't have time. But that's just an excuse. We have lots of time to talk about these things, and the time is actually now if you want to play some things out before the end of your life. And if you're in your 40s and your 50s, even your 60s, you have a little bit more energy to really go into it and explore in a deeper manner. If you're in your 70s, you can too. It just, shifts things a little bit, but there's always the possibility. And if you're thinking it's not the right time, I better wait till it's the right time to talk to my partner. They have to be in the right mood and the right this and the right that. Yes, you want to create a certain kind of atmosphere when you sit down and have a conversation. You want to both be relaxed. You want to be able to sit somewhere comfortable, cozy, no distractions. But you can organize that. Can you organize to go fishing? Can you organize to go for a golf game? Can you organize to go to the gym on a daily basis? Right? You can organize a conversation with your partner where you're going to reveal some deeper feelings so that the two of you can go on a journey. Now, if the reaction from your partner is negative, very fearful, very, very, very pushy away, then just take your time, take it slower. Say, okay, this is just one part, and ask her lots of questions. What's going on for you? Why do you feel so scared about this? How would you like me to present this to you? What kind of things are you thinking about? I actually have a list of questions that you can ask your wife or your partner. Even if you're a woman listening to this, you can ask your partner. So you can get that also in my description below, a list of questions that you can ask your partner to get started in conversation. Once you've been able to express yourself to your partner, once you've been able to reveal some deeper information, that is the hardest part. Because the next step is having a conversation, having a deeper conversation about, maybe you don't want to do anything. You just feel so much better expressing yourself. And there will be a period of time where you're not going to do anything. She may have lots of questions. You'll have questions for her. You will keep conversing and talking about the possibilities. Maybe she's very fearful of what you've said, so it takes more conversation about that as well. But it opens the door to have this conversation. Conversation opens the door to think about, okay, what do you think about these things? What is interesting to you? What are your fantasies? And you can start to talk about different possibilities. If you'd like to hear more intimate stories, detailed sexual explorations that I have been on through my lifetime, then join my Patreon account. So thank you again for coming. Much love.